The Great Wall of China is the world's largest defensive fortification. It took them 250 years and more to create it. It was created by the Chinese emperor to ensure they defend themselves from the north, from the attacks from the Mongols and barbarians. The wall is so long, stretching more than 21,000 kilometers. It's so thick, no one can go through it. And it's so high, no one can run over it. However, with all this massive wall, the Chinese wall was not a good control, was not an effective defensive mechanism. Why? In many of the wars that China had, enemies, they were able to enter China, not by breaking the wall, but rather than they were able to enter from the gates, wide open. The enemies, they paid money to the traders, the gatekeepers, the guards who are responsible for guarding the city. And they were opening the door for the enemy to allow them to enter without any war. Or the enemy, they discover that China, they don't have enough manpower to be on all the gates. So they focus on the gate that's weak, and they attack that gate, and they were able to enter the city. So what happened? The enemies in the inside allowed the enemy on the outside in. And this is what we call it, control fraud. When your managers, your executives who are in charge of control, they are actually taking advantage of their positions. And they are not following the controls that they need to follow. And they are allowing the enemies, the hackers, the vendors, the customers to take advantage of your organization, or they are doing it themselves. It was a great example that China, over so many years, more than 2,000 years, having a great wall, they have never benefited from it in any major war. It was not helping them in defending China from any enemy, except in the fictional movie by Matt Damon, The Great Wall. So you can see why it's important for us to have an effective controls that's helping the organization, but also controls is not the answer. If you have effective control inside your organization and the culture is not strong, they say culture can eat strategy for breakfast. How many times we implement the controls but no one will follow because they don't understand the importance of following these controls.